Elena, real estate prices in Puerto Vallarta have to go down. They have to drop. Things are way too expensive. I'm going to go ahead and wait until that happens. So then I can snatch up an incredible deal on a beachfront property. If I had a dime for every time I've heard that, I would be a complete billionaire right now. And I'm sure you can relate. This is the hottest topic on internet most of the time, outside of some Christmas time and when kids are getting into school. But real estate, whether in Puerto Vallarta or anywhere, the States or Canada, everyone has an opinion. Today, I want to share my opinion with you, and I'm really looking forward to hearing what you have to say in the comments below. Last time I did a similar video, I think there was a misunderstanding. There are two things at play here on YouTube, right? Number one, I want my videos to reach as many people as possible, so I find creative ways to do that. And sometimes what the thumbnail says is actually not what I'm saying. So if you are interested in this topic, make sure to stay with me until the very end of this video, and then let me know in the comments, what do you think of real estate prices, economy in Mexico, and is Mexico a good investment? Also, we'll be sharing with you an incredible beachfront property tour somewhere in the middle or closer to the end of the video, so make sure to stay tuned for that. All right. Let's get into things. Let's decide what are we going to look at in order to understand what's going to happen with the prices in Puerto Vallarta. So I suggest, or what I use, are these three things, and then a bonus thing at the end. Number one, economic growth of the country. Number two, supply and demand. Number three, interest rates. And bonus point will be government policies. All right, point number one is economic growth. Super passionate about economies, but I'm by no means a pro here. So I'm just sharing my opinion, trying to understand a very difficult way that most countries' economies are explained to us, right? So the way that I understand it, the economy of the country is measured by the GDP, gross domestic product. And that's all great and dandy. When we look at the GDPs of the economies, US is definitely number one, Canada is incredibly in position number two, and Mexico is kind of lagging in the position number three. However, when you look at debt to GDP ratios, meaning how much debt does a country have, USA is at 127%, and that kind of goes up and down, meaning they're spending 27% more than what they're making. That doesn't sound good to me. Now, Canada, I believe seeing a couple of years ago was way ahead of the US, but I've checked the numbers recently, and right now, Canada is at about 73% of debt to GDP ratio. That's all right. They're doing okay. We're not going to talk about the healthy GDP levels, which in my opinion should be below 50%, but that's just my opinion. So Canada is at 73%, and Mexico comes in place number one, because Mexico is actually at about 45 to 53% of debt to GDP ratio. Now, I'm going to let you make your own decision as to which country's economy is the one that you're going to be bullish on. Personally, I am choosing Mexico, and you already know that because I promote it every single day. Number two, interest rates. So whenever we think about real estate, of course, interest rate play a very big role, right? Because in Canada and US, you are able to borrow money. Again, remember, debt to GDP, borrow money to then purchase real estate. Well, in Puerto Vallarta, I'm not going to speak to Mexico in general, but in Puerto Vallarta specifically, most of the purchases are made with cash. 90% of people here own their properties outright. Some of these properties are second homes to US, Canadians, European citizens, and so forth. So the interest rates are not going to necessarily affect these owners, unless they get into trouble back home and would have to sell the property here. Generally speaking, however, most of the people here do not have to sell their property because the interest rates are going up. And there's also a really great saying that I've heard somewhere, I don't remember where, but it goes something like this. Sellers always see the real estate market in the rear view mirror, and buyers always see the real estate market in the front view mirror, meaning that buyers are always looking for deals. They're hearing the news and they're checking things out and they think, oh my gosh, yes, things are going down, the prices are going down, it's going to be amazing, I'm going to wait, I'm going to make a lot of money. And while sellers are sitting here thinking, well, 2 months ago, this was the price that this house sold for. I can try for that price now. And let me tell you, as a real estate agent and an investor, none of those opinions are correct. You need to look at every single specific situation. You need to work with somebody who is extremely knowledgeable in the market that you're considering. And you need to do a lot of research, and you just need to be realistic, whether you're buying or selling, right? So when it comes to the prices dropping, really think about this, right? So the interest rates and the saying about the sellers and the buyers. Number 3, supply and demand. Okay, this one is going to be a hot topic because I have my opinions and I can't wait to hear yours. Friends, I interrupt the video just for a minute to let you know of a super exciting opportunity for my upcoming live masterclass I will be running on January the 4th. And in this masterclass, I am taking you from A to Z, preparing you to purchase your first successful vacation investment property here in Puerto Vallarta. In this class, we are setting a clear path for the best investment for you. I'm going to share with you how to budget like a pro and how to avoid unnecessary expenses, which area would be perfect for you, how to avoid pitfalls, learning from my mistakes, which I've made many in the last 3 years. I'm going to share with you exactly what you should do to avoid the costly mistakes that I have made. We're going to talk about negotiating like a pro and how to seal the deal, how to go through the transaction successfully with minimal stress involved. If you are interested in this live masterclass, when we can go over all of that I just mentioned, plus you can ask me any questions, make sure to get onto the VIP list linked in the description below. There's going to be a ton of bonuses for those who will sign up through the VIP list, including the absolute best price. So make sure to sign up, and I'm looking forward to seeing you there and answering all of your questions. And now back to the video. Here in PV, as you may know from my videos, the pre-construction real estate has been booming. There are so many projects, and there are so many more that are upcoming. And that tells me that the supply is increasing. The demand side of things, there is demand in the market, and caveat, everything that I say here, you guys, is my opinion only. I am not an active real estate professional here, okay? Although there is some exciting news that are upcoming, and I'm going to be sharing with you soon, but it's not what you think. So all of the things I'm sharing with you is my opinion only. I research things and I'm just sharing them here with you to see if you agree with things or disagree with things, or to just get you thinking about some of the things that you may have not thought about. Okay, disclaimer out of the way, let's get back into it. So I have been seeing the demand picking up simply because I'm getting a lot of people coming to me asking for information, asking for agent referral, asking for lawyer's referral. And also, I know, because I have friends in the business, real estate agents and lawyers, I know that the sales are on the rise. However, comparing to a couple of years ago, it's definitely not as busy. So basing my opinion on all of that, the demand is kind of mediocre. So we're getting the supply on the rise and the demand is kind of here. I'm going to let you make your own conclusions, but this brings me to the points that I make all the time on my videos. If you are looking for a property in a location that is landlocked, that you cannot build a lot more inventory, and if it's a unique property that is going to offer you a cash flow, the cash flow is going to come in and cover all of my expenses, plus give me a specific percentage that I look at when considering buying that property, I'm going to go for it. With all of that said, no one has a crystal ball, right? We have no idea what may happen in the future. Are the prices going up? Are they going down? We know that the economies of Canada and US are slowing down, although we're told that they're booming. But the interest rates are higher than they have been in the last 5-7 years. So buyers are obviously a little bit more cautious, right? Even if it's their second home, they're not taking out equity lines as they were a couple of years ago. but there is always, always, always opportunity out there. So as long as that opportunity makes sense to you, and as long as you have trusted people in your corner who can assist you throughout the process, making sure that you're minimizing your risks, minimizing your expenses, and in the end, you're receiving a cash flowing property in a super location, they're going to hold their value. And as long as you are not going to get in trouble by holding these properties in terms of finances, like you can buy it and you can cash flow it and you will not have to sell it if the downturn occurs, well, then it's an incredible investment. Last but not the least, bonus tip, government policies. Here in Mexico, landlords have a lot more rights than in many, many provinces in Canada or in many, many states in the US. And that is all I'm going to say about this topic. Let me know, friends, what do you think will happen with real estate in Puerto Vallarta? And would you invest here in 2023? I'm looking forward to reading your comments, but wait, don't leave yet. Now I'm going to show you a beautiful beachfront, beach view property in colorful, amazing La Cruz de Juanacaxtla. Let's go. If you've never heard of La Cruz de Juanacaxtla, it is a small fishing town located about 45 minutes north from Puerto Vallarta's International Airport. I'm going to be doing a whole featured video on this and other beachfront properties, but I wanted to show it to you because I get so many people asking me to show more large beachfront units that have that Mexican charm, and this unit is absolutely one of them. It is almost brand new. It has a side balcony with an ocean and marina view. It is 2 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, 1,600 square feet, and the list price of this unit is $575,000 US. La Cruz is a perfect location for boat lovers, those who love water sports, surfing. Some of the best surfing beaches are just a few minutes away from here. It is for someone who enjoys a quiet, laid-back atmosphere of an authentic Mexican town. If you have any questions about this or any other unit in the Banderas Bay, please make sure to reach out to me at the email address provided in the description below, and I'll be happy to connect you with my trusted real estate agents and lawyers. Thank you so much for watching until the very end. If you would like to continue learning more about Puerto Vallarta's real estate, check out one of these videos, and I'll see you next time.